When it comes to me, if anything can go wrong in a situation, it will go wrong. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lamia. I'm a certified personal trainer, and on this channel we talk about everything related to mental health, physical fitness, self-development, and even beauty. Basically anything that pertains to our inner and outer body. Today we are going to be talking about veganism and how to pursue veganism when you are not able to eat soy, maybe because you're intolerant to soy, or maybe because you don't want to ingest too much soy. So the reason I want to talk about this is because as a sort of new vegan, I relied heavily upon soy products to get my protein in and upon soy-based meat replacements. The reason I was eating a lot of soy or the meat replacements is because I do strength training and I want to keep or build my muscle. So I need to ingest a lot more protein than the average woman. So because I'm not able to eat dairy or to eat meat, fish, eggs, whatever, obviously I have to rely on vegan protein sources, and most vegan protein sources include soy. When you think of vegan protein sources, you think of tempeh, you think of tofu, you think of the vegan yogurts, and those also include soy. And also, if as a new vegan you are looking for recipes, everything includes tofu or at least soy. As someone who is intolerant to soy, that is hugely discouraging and very intimidating as well, because how am I going to navigate veganism if I cannot even eat soy? So since I am struggling with this, I figured there must be more people like me who want to go vegan or are vegan but cannot tolerate soy. I knew I was intolerant to soy because of my first experience with veganism, but I felt like, you know what? I am going to keep it pushing while I'm trying to cut down my body fat. I am just going to eat a lot of soy and I'm going to ignore my stomach and my issues with like bloating, being gassy. It's okay, I'll have to deal with that. I'm single now anyway, so it doesn't matter. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I thought I could stomach these issues. You know, I could up until a certain point. I thought it was just making me gassy and bloaty. Well, until one day, me and my toilet became like this. We became besties, okay? I was sitting in that toilet thinking about how I'm going to boycott every soy product and tofu in general. Like, I got so nauseous, I got so sick. I genuinely felt like I had the flu or something. I was nauseous, I had a headache. That's when I knew I had to stop. I had to quit. I had to stop going against my body. So I decided to cut out soy completely. I have learned when I am struggling with something, there are a lot of other people who are also going through the same. So I wanted to share today how I still get my protein in without using any soy products, soy-free vegan diet, because when I was looking for it, I could find literally nothing. I could find nobody who does regular strength training and who has muscles, who has cut out soy from their vegan diet. So I figured I'll be the first one. So here it is. I'm going to give you some tips on how you can still get your protein in on a soy-free vegan diet. Step 1, eat a lot of beans and lentils. I know a lot of vegans say this, literally all vegans say this, but I don't necessarily mean eat the beans and lentils the way they are. I mean, make something else out of it. If you decide to make a sort of substitute food product out of your beans and lentils, this substitute product has more protein than the normal product, right? Let's say you eat wraps for lunch all the time. Switch out normal wraps with wraps made out of lentils. And these you can very easily make yourself. I'm going to add in a video that is going to show you exactly how you can make them. The video is also going to show you the creator who brought this to my attention. Her recipes are amazing, so I would definitely recommend for you to follow her.
And for my next trick, I'm gonna turn these lovely lentils into a wonderful wrap. Check it out, my loves. I just finished up this epic plant-based recipe, and all you need is 2 simple ingredients. Lentils, water, and you know I gotta add in a splash of seasoning. And then just go in with your vegetables, y'all. As you can see, I put it in some parchment paper to keep it nice and tight.
Number 2, do use protein powder. Now, I am actually mostly against protein powder. Not necessarily against as in I hate it. It's more so that I do not think people should rely on it. However, if you, like me, cannot handle soy, you're on a vegan diet and you're cutting, it's going to be very hard, to get your protein in without getting a lot of carbs or fats in as well. Then I would say do use protein powder when you need it. Mostly you can just get the protein from your food, but as a vegan, it's a lot harder, especially when you do not eat soy. And the reason I'm saying this is, like I said before, a lot of vegan protein sources contain macronutrients besides protein. What you will see a lot is that a vegan protein source contains a lot of carbs as well. It's not bad that it contains a lot of carbs, but when you're trying to cut down some fat, you are trying to minimize the carbs because you are putting a higher priority on the proteins that you're intaking. And also, with extra carbs comes extra calories that you cannot have when you're cutting down your fat. That's why I would recommend you to use a protein powder. Now for me, when I use a protein powder, I absolutely hate shakes. I hate them. I don't like the taste of them, especially not the vegan ones. Drinking a vegan protein shake, like the taste, the texture of the shake, it's like I took a bite out of my mom's garden. It's not good. So what I tend to do with the protein powder, I just make baked goods out of them. I make muffins out of them sometimes. I make pancakes. You can even make banana bread. You can literally bake anything you want with this protein powder. Number 3, vegan cheese. There are a lot of vegan cheese substitutes, but a lot of these vegan cheese substitutes, they don't really contain any proteins. They are very high in fat and very low in protein. I have seen cheese substitutes with 0 point something protein per 100 grams. So when it comes to vegan cheese, you can substitute vegan cheese with nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast comes in flakes that you can use to top off your pasta, and it tastes very cheesy, so that's why you can use it as a vegan cheese substitute. Besides this cheesy flavor, nutritional yeast has a lot of protein in relation to the rest of the macronutrients. 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast contains 4 grams of protein per 25 calories. That's a lot if you ask me. And you can just incorporate this in your diet by putting it on top of your pasta. You can top your sandwich with it. Number 4, eat a lot of nuts and seeds. Now this again is general advice that a lot of vegans give you, but like point 1, I don't mean this like just eat the nuts and seeds. I mean, make other food products out of the nuts and seeds. You can make dips out of nuts and seeds. You can make spreads out of nuts and seeds. You can make pasta sauces. You can even make soups out of nuts and seeds. So you have to be a little bit more creative when you make your meals and try to do something else with certain food products. But besides that, also when you're eating like oats or a smoothie bowl, top your dish with nuts. This is also a little bit of extra added protein. And of course, this is not going to be a lot, but if you count up everything over the course of your day, that is going to make sure that you get all the protein that you need. Number 5, plan your meals strategically. As a vegan, if you're on the go or on the run, you have to make sure that your meals are prepared and that you have something with you or you're gonna be hungry. Especially if you're a vegan who does strength training and you need extra protein. Now, the vegan food industry has come a long way and has evolved significantly compared to the years before, but still, a lot of those vegan food products that contain a lot of protein, they contain a lot of protein because they're made out of soy. As a vegan who is soy-free, you're either going to go and buy that vegan soy product and suffer from the consequences, or you're gonna go hungry. Or what you could also do is prepare your food. Make sure you always have your meals ready. Meal prep. Make sure there's a day in the week where you're free and you're specifically dedicating time to get your meals ready for the whole week. Also, what you have to do as a soy-free vegan, you have to see your meals as a puzzle. This sounds crazy, but it literally is what it is. You have to see your meals as a puzzle. You cannot just be like, oh, I want to eat this and this, I'm just gonna eat this and this. Of course you can do that, but you'll probably end up with a low protein intake over the course of the whole day. What you need to do is you have to check for the protein in every food product. Even If this food product is not the main source of protein of your meal, you have to make sure that it still contributes to the overall protein intake of the day. Let's say, for example, let's go back to the wrap that I talked about in point number 1. If you get a regular wrap that has 2 grams of protein, or you get a protein wrap that contains 5, obviously you're gonna have to choose that one even if it's a bit drier or whatever, if you want to achieve your goals. Because every little bit counts, especially when you're trying to cut fat. That is when you have to focus on every food product, and every food product has to have a little bit more protein than the other options that you could choose. That were all the 5 tips that I can give you as a soy-free vegan to still have a high protein intake, even if you exclude soy from your diet. Your vegan diet doesn't have to end because you cannot eat soy. There are tons of ways to still get your protein in. Are you vegan and thinking about reducing your soy intake? Or are you like me, intolerant to soy and thinking about going vegan? Let me know in the comments and let me know if this helped for you. I hope it did, because I know I needed a video like this to help me get started. But I figured it out now, so I'm sharing it with you now so you can use this knowledge and make it easier for yourself. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please like and share. If you want to see more of my videos about fitness, mental health, self-development, or beauty, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you later. Bye bye!